Okay, good evening once again. This is Matthew on this call. Um, Matthew, thank you so much for attending. Today we are going to be talking. Welcome, Ezekiel. Welcome, Police. Welcome, Matthew. Good evening again. Good evening, everyone. As the topic says, we are going to be talking about Canva. A lot of people really wants to know how to design. So sorry that this the flyer was late, so we had to just have to get stuff done due to some backlogs. But here we are today. So we are discussing more about Canva and how to design with Canva. Canva is a very Canva is a very flexible and powerful tool. Let me share my screen so that you can see what I'm doing. Canva is a very flexible and powerful tool that can be used for design. That can be used for, you can use to do a lot of things. If you're a content creator, I hope you can see my screen. You're a content creator, you're someone that needs to get something done, snap of a finger, like you need to get something done fast, you need to do some stuff online, and probably you are not so professional with your design. You get probably a beginner in design. I think Canva is something that you can work your hands on. It reduces you the stress of probably software, so much software requirements. If your system does not have to have so many, does not have to be so sophisticated before you can use Canva. So that's why you're starting with Canva. So Canva, whatever. I want you to understand that using um, this desktop you are seeing, this interface you are seeing, is very similar to what you're going to see on your phone, on your mobile phone, probably via desktop or via mobile. So you are going to be seeing, if you are using mobile, you are going to be seeing something that's very similar to this too on your mobile. So that's how Canva is. So basically, you want to design, you want to get stuff done. The first thing that you need to do is probably, okay, I want to design. This is what I want to design. Okay, I want to start designing. It's just like you want to start a book, you want to start writing something, you want to start writing a note. Okay, what do I need? A page. I need to have a page. Okay, I need to at least tear a sheet of paper. I either need to tear a sheet of paper or probably open a blank sheet. I want to get something done with design. So that is what Canva is all about. So basically, I'm going to be opening a new design canvas. So basically, I'm just going to click create designs. I click create designs, but if you are using your mobile app, what you see, you're going to see something like you're going to see something like a plus button. You're going to see a plus button. So that's how it is on the mobile app. So you're going to create designs. So basically, there are a lot of sizes, as you can see. There are different things that you can Instagram posts. You notice Instagram posts. Instagram posts are mostly square. Sorry, there is Instagram post. Yeah, it's Instagram story. Instagram stories is a portrait size. There's Facebook posts, landscape. Everyone has its different sizes, just like the way your book has sizes. The size of your book, there is jotter, there is big notes, there is higher education, there is A4 size. Do you get that is the same way whatever you are designing has their size. So basically, we are going to go with the most regular one and the most used one. That is the square. That is 1080 by 1080 pixels. That is the size 1080 by 1080 pixels. It's just like pixels too can be converted to centimeters, can be converted to meter, can be converted to whatever you want, whatever size you want to convert it to. So we are going with Instagram posts. So let's go. Okay, so I hope you can see my screen. I want to be sure if you can see my screen. And just reply by the chat box. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? I want you to reply by the chat box so that okay, yeah, you can see my screen. Okay, thank you so much. So let's move on. So basically, there's something I want us to know that I'm going to be designing what I want to design. So what I want to design today is going to be something that is similar to our flyer for today. Do you get? Let me show you our flyer for today. I'm going to be designing something similar on Canva. So there are ways to design something with Canva, different ways. Let me share that specific one. I want to. This is what we are sharing. So as you can see, this is what we are going to be relating. This is our style guide. I hope you can see this is the style guide of what we are going to be doing. This is the style guide. Learn Canva. This is the design for this class. So we are going to be doing something like this on Canva. So can I do this with Canva? Yes, you can actually do this with Canva, but we are going to do something that's similar. Canva might not be able to do the whole stuff, so we are going to get something done with this. Okay, so let's move on. Let me stop sharing and go back to where I am. Okay. Sorry, some minutes. Just reply this chat. Sorry, I need to admit some people into this meeting. So sorry, I need to admit some people. Okay, so as I was saying, so that's where we are. Let me. This is what exactly we are. This is the canvas. This is what we are doing. Let me try to drag that picture here. This is basically on the desktop. Probably you are designing with your laptop. So this is going to look like. So this is the design that we are trying to copy. This design we are trying to copy. So there's one thing I want you to understand about probably copying people's designs. So whenever you are, and one way you can learn design fast, you get, is by number one, if you can like probably not really learning design. I can say learn design faster. Yeah, let me put it that way. One of the faster method to learn design is by replicating designs. You get, you replicate designs and you get to understand why these designs was made. You get to understand, you get to be like, okay, I can, this is the design I am making. Oh, I understand why this picture is here. I understand why this thing is here. I understand why this thing is here. You get, that's the best way to learn design. You can replicate the design. You should be able to know how to, you know how well you can use your design to. Do you get what I'm saying? So that is one of the best way to learn design. So this is what we are replicating. So let me add another page. So as you can see, this is what we'll be looking at, and this is what we are going to be designing. So basically, what I need to do is the background of this. I want you to follow my steps. So this stuff, this video is going to be is being recorded and it's going to be available on YouTube. So I want you to follow my steps. So designing with Canva is very simple. You just need to understand the basics. So as you can see, we have a background. Background can be like the color of the page, color of what you are designing. So you can give this color. So when I click on the page, there's something I want you to know Canva that whatever you click, you get whatever you click, you will always see what you can do to it at the top here. Do you get what I'm saying? If I click on the page, immediately I click on this page, what I can do to this page is either change the color, then I can come here and change the background color. As you can see, this is the color. Because why I am seeing this color here, this color was generated from the pictures, from the picture I added. You get, Canva has the ability to generate color codes. Like if I click on this picture, you can see it's very, very similar to what I have here. So it generated a picture from there. You get, so that is how Canva works. So I clicked on that picture, or you cannot do that, you click on it, you click on the color tool, select, these are default palettes. What the color you're looking for is not here. What you can do is that you always see this icon here, add a new color, then you see a color palette, then you can actually choose any color you want. You can choose any color you want, probably darker ones, but this is what I'm going to choose. Okay, so that is how it goes. So what else are we going to do? Okay, what I want to do is I want to probably type in probably design space. I want to do, okay, let's start with learn Canva. Let me put on learn Canva. I can add the text. As you can see on this left panel, probably you are using a desktop, you're using a mobile phone, you will always see this panel. You will always see design, you will see elements, you will see all of this, you will see text, you will see all this on your mobile phone too. So we are working on text now. I'll click on text. Now add an adding text. So what adding text are we adding? Learn Canva. So that's what we are going to do. Without learn Canva. So I make it big. I make it big. And I give it white. As you can see, when I clicked on this text, all the thing I can do to a text actually appeared at the top. Immediately I click on this, you see that all of this appeared. All of these appeared. Immediately I click on this, all of this appeared. Or what I can do to the text, whatever magic I can do to the text actually appear at the top. I can actually change the font. Instead by changing the font, let me change the font to reference. I can say this. Let me change the font to this. Or let me use this tutorial display. Exactly. So I can change the size. Can you see the size is 85? I can change the size to probably 100. Can you see? The thing is that I can change the color, text color, change the color to white. Can you see what I'm doing? I can actually underline it. Can you see? I can actually change this case. I can make it case sensitive. Probably I already typed it in capital letter, so it's not going to be effective. I can actually align it. I can make it left aligned. I can make it centrally justified. I can make it left aligned, and I can make it centrally aligned. So let's just do it as centrally aligned. I can make it a list. Like for example, if I'm typing more than one thing. So I'm giving you an example of how this stuff works. If I make it a list, can you see? I make it a list in such a way that it's not only learn Canva I want to write. If I want to write learn Canva 2 times, when clicking on enter, another list is created. Learn Canva. You can see that there are a lot of things I can do with that. So that's the one I'm doing for now. So I'll do that. I'll do that. Learn Canva is what I'm working on. Learn Canva. I can increase the spacing. Can you see this spacing? This is how the spacing works. Spacing in such a way that if I click on this, there is letter spacing and there's line spacing. I want you to understand. Let me give you the difference. I want you to look at this. Look at the line spacing. I increase the line spacing. Can you see the letter spacing? I mean, there's spacing between the letters. Can you see? So let me take it back to 0. There is line spacing. Imagine this. Can you see? Can you see the line spacing here? It's too much. Can you see? I can increase this and I can reduce this. Can you see? I can reduce the line spacing. Can you see? This is what the line spacing does. Use or increase it. So I prefer to leave it this way. So let's reduce this. So then you see why it is looking as if it's aligned to the right. I can actually change it here. I align it to the center. It's the alignment I want. I break it this way. Can you see? I can add some effects to it. Can you see? I can give it some effects. I can add some shadow. Can you see the shadow? I can add a lift. I can increase the intensity of the effect I want it to be. These are stuff that you can actually just come on Canva and play around all of these things. You get, you can come on Canva and play around it. You can test everything, look at the effect, and be, okay, this is what this one can give you, this is what this one can give you. Let me just give some. So let me give it an effect for now. So let me zoom out and tailor it to this. So I can be like learn Canva. This is learn Canva to be very big. So as you are aligning these things, you can see all these box shapes that are there. They are giving you an idea that, okay, this thing is at the center. It's giving you an alignment guide of what you are doing. So that is how it works. So I put this as learn Canva. So I want to put this text here, getting started with Canva. So probably I want to draw a rectangle. Let me call it a rectangle. So drawing a rectangle is under elements. I just come under elements. You see, under lines and shapes. See, this is a rounded rectangle. This is a square rectangle. So I will just click on the rounded one. And you see, as I clicked on it, it came up here. Then from here, I adjust it to the way I want it. And you see, I adjusted it like this. I adjusted it. I wanted it to be this small. I wanted it to be this small. Or align it again. And you see, designing with Canva is very simple if you know what exactly you want to do. So take it this way. So what is the text that is there? The text that is there is saying getting started with Canva. So I want to change this color. Like I said, anything you can do with anything, if I click on it, immediately I click on it, what I can do with it, I can change the shape, I can change the color. So I'm changing the color to this yellow. Can you see? Change the color to this yellow, and I'm typing a text on it. I'll come up with the text here. Come up with the text, and I'll be like getting started with Canva. Canva. You see that? Let me give it, let me change the font. Let me change the font to Montserrat. Good. And I can enlarge it. Can you see? I enlarge the text how I want it to be. Then I can adjust it. You can see all these lines. I want you to take note. I hope you can see these lines. As I am dragging this, there are some lines that are telling me to know that, oh, this thing is in the center, this thing is centrally aligned, or this thing is vertically aligned, either horizontally or vertically. So those are alignments. You just imagine that I put this thing like this. Is this thing is not well aligned? Like the text is not sitting well on that. The text is not sitting well on the rectangle, on the rounded rectangle. So those are things that you need to put in place whenever you are designing. The alignment, it has to be straight. It does not have to be anyhow. Do you get what I'm saying? So that is what I thought that you need to put. That is one of the things we learned in our last class, alignment. So just drag it up a bit. So I don't want it to be too big. I can give it the text size. Let me give it 24. And I bring it to the center. I bring it to the center. I make it centrally aligned. I hope you can see these lines that are showing on this place. As you're dragging it, Canva will help you with that. So this rectangle too, I bring it to the center. Can you see? It's aligned to the center now. So this is exactly, can you see that it's centralized? So that's exactly what I'm working towards. Getting started with Canva, and I can be like, okay, what else do I want to add to this design? I want to add probably a picture. Let's go with the picture. So basically, putting a picture into a circle like this works on Canva as a frame. So what you just do is come here, click on elements. As you can see, you have frames. Can you see? You have frames for pictures. So if I click on this, as you can see, I click on this, and I had a picture there. So I'm going to get one of my picture. I'm going to get one picture. See what picture I get. Get this happiness picture with. Sorry. This guy's picture. So I drag the picture here. That is when I use the Canva for desktop. So I crop the picture. So I drag the picture into that circle. Can you see? Canva will automatically put there. Then you can adjust the picture inside the circle. Can you see? If you are using a desktop, you double click. If you are using a phone, you're using a phone, you double click it too. So it's going to give you access to adjust the picture that is there. Can you see? The side of the picture I need. Can you see? I just want its face. That's what I need. Then that is what I click out. Can you see? So we are already getting close to what we have there. Then I enlarge this. Okay, it's enlarged. I use the speaker for the events. So I want to get this circle, this white circle at the back. So it's very simple. All I will just do is just come here. I'll just come here and click on the circle. This time around, I'm going for shapes. Can you see line and shapes? I click for it. I click on the circle. I drag it, and I change the color to white. When I change the color to white, you can see that the circle is on top of the picture. Yeah, I have to put the circle to the back. I have to bring the picture to the front. Do you get what I'm saying? I either bring the picture to the front of the circle, or I put the circle to the back of the picture. I hope you get what I'm saying. So let me put the circle to the back of the picture. So when I click on the circle, these are all the things I can do with the circle. So what I will do is I will click on position. If you are using a mobile phone, you will see it. You have to just scroll those options. You will see position. When I click on position, to ask me that, okay, take it to the back. If I click to back, immediately it goes to the back of the next item that's there. Can you see? It goes to the back. If I click to front, it goes to come to the front. If I click to back, it goes to take it to the back. I hope you get what I'm saying. So that's exactly the way it works. That's exactly the way it works. So I've sent it to the back. Then I click on the picture and bring it to the top. And you see, go to make it centralized. I think we are getting there gently. So I click on it and I make it bigger. on this. Can you see? So I think we already have what we have. So the thing is that if I click on this, if I drag just this, it's going to drag away the picture. So what I need to do, drag it very well and click on the two of them. So if you're using a desktop, what you need to do, what I need to do is that so that whenever for instance, now I'm trying to solve a problem. The problem is that if I click on this and I drag, to just drag away the picture because they are two different objects. But what I want to do is that I want to make this picture and this circle as one. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to group them. That's exactly what I want to do. I want to group them. I want to, what grouping means, make two or more items as one. So they are on themselves. So what I need to do is select the both of them. I select, that is when you are using a desktop or a laptop. I select the circle, I click on shift and I select the picture too. So I have both of them selected. So you can see that the option is there already. Then I click on group. So when I click on group, if I select it and drag, I'm basically going to drag the both of them. But if you're using a mobile phone, what you're going to do is that you're going to click on the picture, you're going to long press, you're going to hold it down. When you hold it down, you will see select item. Then when you click on select item, then you select the second one, then you click on group. That's exactly the way it works on mobile. That's very simple. Then by the time I adjust this, it's going to be adjusting the both of them together. Can you see? So they're trying to get something like this. So that is it. So let's move on. So I want to write with in math. So let's do the same thing we did here. Yeah. So I can, if you're using a mobile phone, you can basically click on this. You will see something. You will see an option like this. They call it duplicates. You can actually duplicate instead of me to go and be searching for it again. I can duplicate. Bring it here. Make it small. The size I want. I want to write with Canva. I come here to same thing. I duplicate. I bring it here. I write it. It's Canva. I bring it here. Very simple. I have to align it very well. Let's say align. I have to align this. It has to be in the center. Good. So as it works at the center. So it's Canva. The same thing I'm going to do here to live. So let me make this two. Let me group the two of them so that to be as one. Look as one. So these are stuff that you can play your hand around. So there's something about this rounded rectangle. If you click here, look at what is showing here as corner radius. What I mean by corner radius is how curved this rectangle is going to be. You can see if I reduce this, you can see that it is already turned into a square. Can you see? This is showing, when I say corner radius, it's showing the roundness. Let me call it, I can call it roundness. The roundness of the design, the roundness of the rectangle, can you see? Depends on how I want it. So, can you see? So, I click on this. As I said, I want to group the both of them. I click on this. I press down shift and I click on this. Then I group it. Then it is now one. I make it one. Can you see? So, same way I'm going to do for this one too. Live by Google Meet. I do the same thing. I duplicate, no, not duplicating. I'm coming to duplicate this. I duplicate this. I drag it here. Make it the way I want. Let me reduce the roundness radius. The roundness radius. This color is a very light green. I click on it. I click on the color panel. I do like, then I come and click. Let me see, because I'm changing it. It's showing here this type of green I want. Good. So when I've gotten the type of green I want, then I need to look for this icon, Google Meet icon. So there are different ways of getting the Google Meet icon. Let me see if I can see it on Canva. Let me come here, elements. Let me search Google Meet. I can see it for sure. So I might not see Google Meet. Let me see all. So as you can see, most of the icons that we have here are premium. Can you see premium icons? Let me type in Zoom first. Let me type in Zoom. I see Zoom. Yes, I can even see Zoom. So Zoom is free. Let me imagine that we are having this class on Zoom. And I click on Zoom. Immediately I click on Zoom, it comes up here. Let me use this like let me delete this like a picture. Let me use this. Good. Zoom. And I make it small. And see Canva already had basically all what you need to make your design ready. It's a little bit bigger. I really like. So in our design class, we mentioned something about contrast. This green background and this blue stuff is not really going well because I can't even really see the blue stuff very well. So let me change the color of this background. Let me change to something that is blue, but a thick blue. Let me give it this blue, a thicker one, something like this. I think the contrast is good enough. Is why I'm doing this so that you can see what is there. This is more readable than the way it was before. So let's do this. What else do we have? Live by Zoom. Let me put it here. Type. Let me copy this. See, live on Zoom. Live on Zoom. Let me say live via Zoom. So I have to make it aligned. Why I'm reducing this? Yeah, that is one thing about alignment. I am explaining all these rules so that whenever you are designing, you notice that this thing, you notice that why is it that I did not put this thing like this? Those are things you need to put. You have to take note in your design. You notice that if I put this thing like this thing is not balanced. This thing is not balanced because look at the space that is between this place and this place. It's smaller than the space that is between this place and this place. It's too big. So the design is not balanced. So I have to make it balanced. Those are the things. I have to make it balanced. I have to make it equal. Can you see? This thing is already telling me that this thing is equal, like it's centralized. So that's exactly what I want you to achieve whenever you are making your designs. So live by Zoom. And another thing I want you to notice is that the space here and here you get is different from the space here and here. Then I have to reduce the space. Let me reduce it like this. So it's better this way. So it's looking centralized this way. It's looking better this way. So that is what design is. Then I have to make everything one. I either click on this, click on this, click on this, and click on this. I'm trying to make it one. Then I group. Can you see? I'm already making each one of them one element. Can you see? That is exactly we are achieving this. So what else do we want to do? We have to create something like this too. So let's move on. Designing with Canva is not all you just need to know what you are doing, know what you want to come up with. So let's duplicate this thing again. Duplicate again. Come here, reduce it. Achieve 05 Friday, May 2023. Let's go again. Okay, the text. Drag it down. Drag it here. So yeah, I want to port 3, right? 03. So 03 is big. Can you see? Let me give it 27. Let me give it 30. So 30, and I'm going to make it bold. Sorry. Click on it again. Make it bold. So 03. Decentralize that way. So what else do I want to do? Okay, it's 05 Friday, May 2023. So let's go. 05. Then I duplicate again. Friday is not so big as this and it's not bold. Let me see if I can make it light. Like a lighter version. Good. I reduce it. I'll be like 5 Friday. 05 Friday, May 2023. So let's make it a little bit smaller. It duplicates. Or let's make it type it. Friday. I can press enter May 2023 and make it left aligned. Left aligned. Sorry. Left aligned. And you can see that the space between both this line is too much. Then I come here to spacing. As I mentioned earlier, this is line spacing. I reduce the line spacing. I reduce the line spacing. Come here and make it to the center. And see that we are already achieving something like this, but more smaller. Let's make it more smaller. Let's make it more smaller. Let's make it more smaller. More smaller. Now listen. Increase the line height a little bit. So let's go. So I think we got that right. Good. It's very centrally aligned. So maybe you can have a little bit. So 05 Friday, May 2023. And what else do we have there? We have a rectangle. This can be a rectangle. Can you see? A rectangle or a line. So there are two things. The line that's separating them. So come here the same way elements. Can you see this is a line? And I click on the line. This is the line. I draw the line here. And I change the location. Can you see? This is the line. This is where I want the line to be. I want the line to be here. You can change the color. There are different ways. You can see the line width. If I increase the line width, can you see the line will be far? This is the width of the line. How robust the line is. Let me do it at 7. There are different ways. Like it can be dotted line. Make it. Can you see? It can be dotted line depending on the type of line you want to do. It can be this way. It can be this way. But this type of line I want a straight line. So make it this way. So this is where I want the line. Then I can change the color. Let me change the color. Line color white. This line is not this straight. Good. So what else do I need? I need 8 okay 0800 PM. So this one I duplicate it and I bring it here. Canva is already helping with the alignment because as you are dragging this thing, it's basically telling you, as you can see, this is basically telling you that you have 15 pixels between this one, and this one, which is very fine. You can start from here. So make it left aligned. So 0800 PM. So this is fine. This is fantastic. So already have what we have here. We have it here. So you can see the rectangle has a border of a black border. So let's see what we can do to that. Let's see what we can do to that. Let's make this type of view. So another thing that you can do on Canva is you can pick colors. Let's imagine I want to pick this exact color. This exact color. So I'll click on what I want to. I'll click on the shape. I come here to color. I click on add a new color and I click on this eyedropper. You can see pick a color from the design. By the time I click on this, you're using a desktop. You just come and pick a color. You can see we have the same color. On your phone, too, you can do the same thing. You pick that icon, you click on this eyedropper stuff, and it will ask you to click on the design that you want to do. So that's exactly the way it works. So that's what I just did here. So I also want to reduce the corner rounding. Can you see? Reduce the corner rounding. So that's what I do. So yeah. Look at what I want to do here. I want to increase the border width. What I mean by border width is the line size. Like you know that we check here. this thing has a round edge, like kind of a black round edge. So that's the same thing I want to do here. They call it border width. So it's a border. So if I increase it, can you see it is black? You guys, it is. So I don't want it to be black. I can change, can you see? I can change the border color. Lately I change the border color. I want, let me give it this. Then I can give it another color. Can you see? This is exactly what I want to give it. So that is how it works. So it's just like we have replicated this design into something like this. Can you see? Very simple and straightforward. So what I just need to do is select all of these things. Can you see they are different things and make them one so that it will not scatter. Select this. If you are using a desktop, you select the first one, click on shift, select another one. That's how you select everything. I select this, and I select the rectangle cell and I group. So you see that immediately I group, anything, if I just select it, everything will move together as well. So that is why Canva is so good. It's such a video. As I am dragging it, imagine I want to align this thing. As I am dragging this thing, you notice as I'm dragging this thing, some lines are shown. Can you see? This 13 that is shown here and this 13 is literally telling me that the space between these three things are equal. It is 13 pixels that is here, that's in between this place, and also in between this place, telling me that it is tidy. If I, as I'm dragging this, you see this line that is showing here. It's literally telling me that this thing is on a straight line. Do you get? It's telling me that these boxes are on a straight line, and it is good that way. Do you get what I'm saying? Just imagine the design like this. Imagine the design like this, or imagine the design like this. Imagine it's like this. Imagine it's like this. It's not straight. Yeah. This kind of design is not really well aligned. So look at what I have here. Can you see? Compared to what's here. So we have to make everything aligned. So let's go. Drag, drag, drag. So it's telling us that this thing is well aligned. Then come to my circle more bigger. Then drag the circle. Can you see? Circle is centralized, and we have this. Can you see? Oh, here, this thing. Let's reduce the size of this one here too. So everything here is, let me make this one bigger and make this one smaller. See, I have the same thing. I'm trying to make it something like this. So that's exactly what we have here. So it's all fine. And you see, so we already have something similar to what we have here. We have it here. So let's go. Let me try to make this. Let me try to make all of this thing a little smaller. So that we go up to minus 36. So this thing is well aligned. Let me try to the center. Can you see what I did there? So this design is looking well aligned. Everything here that you are seeing, can you see? They are in the center of the design. The same way this one too is at the center of the design. So what I need to do is now create a kind of mock-up of Canva. You get what I'm saying? So basically how I create this mock-up, let me do something similar here. So I do like, okay, I can come here to elements and come under frames. I can come here under frames. I see all. There are a lot of frames you can use. There are a lot of frames. And you see there are frames for phone, there are frames for laptop, there are frames for, let me use this frame. I click on this, click on this, so you bring this one inside. So let me group. If I drag this one now, you just drag only this one because I did not group it. So let me group it. This and I group. So then it comes out. So I want to put a picture inside this thing. So which picture would I put? Let me go and find a picture. Picture, I have a screenshot of this Canva. Good. This is a screenshot of the Canva. Let me drag it here. So I have a screenshot here. This is a screenshot. So I will drag it inside this place. Can you see? Immediately it's going to fit into this place. Can you see? So that's how the frame works. So it's now how I'm now going to align this thing now. I cannot actually make this design like this because I did not design this thing with Canva. This is a mock-up. So that mock-up is from Photoshop. So Let me bring this thing down. Let's find another way around this. So let me make this a little bit smaller and bring this here. And bring this, let me see. And make this smaller, make it this way. Learn Canva. There are different dynamics with design, so I can make it any way I like. Learn Canva, this can be learn Canva. I bring this way. Probably let's do this. Let's do it another way. Looking at how it can stand. Maybe this like this. So these are where design thinking comes to play. Because I'm thinking of the best way to arrange this thing, and it's going to be very fun. So I think it goes this way. And I bring this here. And I make it a little bit smaller. We need to be a little bit small. And bring it this. Bring this way. Then Canva. Sorry. So this way. I can make this. Oh, this will be. Yeah, I can make it this way. Getting started with Canva. Then Canva, it looks like topology to me, but we can, it's fine. It's fine. So this is basically another way that we can put this design. So let me bring it down a little. Get started with Canva. Click on this and this. Like drag it down. Can you see? Everything is looking like one. Can you see? So basically, this is another way we can make this design. Let's see. This is another way I would have designed this flyer. Another way I would have designed this flyer. Click on it, bring it down, maybe bring it down. No. So this is the design. Click on this up a little. So everything is centered. So what am I missing here? I've not put this design space, blah blah blah. So I'll just write another text. Come up here, text. Add the text on Sarah. Just put it. Design space. And I just put it here. Let me just put it this way. See, look at, can you see this margin? This margin, like I mentioned something about margin. Margin is very good in design. You notice that whatever I am designing, you notice, let me show you. Whatever I am designing is within this. Can you see that it's within that purple rectangle? So to be kind of centralized. It's just like whenever you're writing, imagine you are writing on your book and you are writing over the margin, everything is just there. It's not easy to read, it's not easy to focus on. So that's why I'm doing all of this. So I use the design space where I can duplicate this, duplicate, and bring another one here. And be like the design space, and be like what I want to write there. The app design space of app. So at space of app. So this is another way I would have designed it by app. So you have seen. So very simple, straightforward. Let me give this one another font. Let me give it this footwork. Oh, maybe something creative, something different. This is looking. This is looking like a logo. Looking like a logo. It's looking like, let me do this one. Let me reduce this one to like 16. I don't really want them to get so that's exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm not that talking about. Okay, so both of them are aligned. And you see, you notice that this space, this one and this one, they're on the same line. So those are the things you notice and you make sure you do in design. So as you can see, we already created another flyer, like very similar. You look at this one has a kind of background. You can add background to this one. So basically, it's a very simple technique. I can just come here to elements and search background. I can search pattern. Let me search pattern because it's the pattern. You can see pattern background. So there are stuff. Oh, let me just search pattern. You also need to know how to search for something on Canva. Let's search background. Why is this thing? Listen, oh, it's other frames. Sorry. Pattern background. So as you can see, These are different kind of pattern. Let me use this one, graphics. I click on this. Can you see? I'll just make it big. I'll just make it big. This way. Can you see? This is a pattern, but it is showing over all of the design. So, like I mentioned earlier, you use position. So I come here to position. Then I take it. Let's go backward. As I'm clicking on backward, it will be going backward, backward. Can you see? Until, can you see? Until you cannot be, it is going to be very, very the last point. Can you see? It's now backward. If I take it, if I say to the front, it's going to come on all this design. If I say to the back, it's going to go to the back of all of this design. So what I now need to do is it is very prominent, like it's showing too much. It is even confusing the person that's seeing it. So I can reduce, I can make it transparent. Do you get? I can just click on, can you see this is transparency? I click on transparency and reduce the transparency. Can you see? I'm reducing the transparency. It's as if it's not there, but it's still there. And reduce the transparency to something that is very significant. Let me leave it at 14. So that is how design works. So basically, we are done with this. This is very simple, straightforward. Make design with Canva. Do whatever you want to do. So, any question? Do you have anyone with any question? Are you confused? Are you lost? How do you feel? I'm taking question. I'm taking question. Do you have any question? Do you understand the way I make this design? Like, I wanted to know, like, do you really understand all what we explained on this class? I need feedbacks by the chat box or you unmute yourself. I think someone wanted to speak earlier.
No, I did not understand it. Because
You
I
did not
came late.
understand. Actually, you did
Yes,
not
because I
understand
came
because
late.
you came late. So this video is going to be it's going to be available on YouTube. We are going to post this video on YouTube, so you can go over it again. And the video is being recorded. You can go over it again and check it again. So thank you. Who else
Okay.
has any question or you are confused somewhere? You want me to go over something or do something?
Can I use my phone to design?
Yes, you can actually use your phone to design the same way I did it here. You just click on www.canva.com. Let me type it here on the chat box.
Okay.
www.canva.com. And that's the link. You copy it, paste it on your browser. But it's most specifically that you use Google Chrome. Don't use Opera Mini. Opera Mini might not work so well. Google Chrome is still the best
Okay.
optimized browser that you can use for this. So that's what you do. Use Google Chrome.
Okay.
Not Google app. There's a difference between Google app and Google Chrome. So use Google Chrome. Google Chrome is the main browser. You paste the link there. You create an account. Then you start designing.
Okay.
Do you have any other question? I hope everyone, the way I'm looking at this, like everyone really understand what we did here this night. So, we have spent up to 1 hour. This is 8:53. In the absence of no question, I think everyone really understand what we did here today with Canva. I'm happy about that because it looks like I'm a good teacher. I guess so. So I don't need your response on the chat box. You really understand what we did here tonight. Okay, thank you so much. Only one person replied. He says she understand. Okay, I think I need to start calling out names. Oluwa Damilola, Mutupe. Okay, Mutupe, yes, says she really understand. Iriti Agnes, Samuel. I need your response. Do you really understand what we did here tonight? Because feedback is what I get. And it's, oh, this people really understand. Mutupe said she understand. Praise said she really understands. Well, still, I'm expecting response from Iriti and Samuel. Okay, I really need to know if you understand. So, the absence of no response, I want to say yes, 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 yes. Okay, but you see here, you can always go back to the recorded videos to go through the process. It's very simple. Just go there and just follow the way I took the step, then you really understand. Okay, so I also, yes, I want you to work on this. Yes, I really want you to work on this. I want you to design, even if it is something like this, I want to design something that is very similar to this, because all of this thing I did here is very simple. Like, it was on this app. I did not go and bring it from somewhere. Everything what I did here was from this app. So I wanted to design something like this and send it to the group. Thank you so much. Thank you for attending this class, and see you next. And I want you to understand that this community, you can ask any question that is related to design. You can post your question. We will always get back to you. You can, if you are stuck somewhere, probably in design, just post it on the group. We are going to do our very best to reach out to you and help you with that. If you are stuck somewhere, just let us know. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much. And this class is every Friday. I also want you to put it in. It's something you can set an alarm for every Friday by 8 p.m. so that you will not be like, oh, I totally forget. So the best thing you can do is set an alarm for, let's say, 7:55. That's the best you can do. Set an alarm for every Friday, 7:55, so that you can be 5 minutes prepared. Oh, I have something to attend to by 8 o'clock. So then by 7:55, you are ready. So thank you so much, and have a nice weekend.